Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Body Mind Healing. My name is Maria Sanchez. I am a holistic health consultant, a family nurse practitioner, a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and a doctor in nursing practice. The case for today is fear in the mind. A significant portion of the fear we experience arises from our tendency to closely associate with our thoughts. Our minds are often preoccupied with imagining various possible future events, which can lead to feelings of anxiety and distress about what could unfold. Feelings of unease, nervousness, stress, and tension all stem from an overemphasis on the future at the expense of truly engaging with the present moment. Fear is deeply intertwined with our ego, which is the constructed sense of self that is largely defined by the thoughts and emotions we attach to. The ego thrives on fear because fear strengthens its perceived sense of separation and reinforces its perceived necessity for control over circumstances and outcomes. To transcend fear, it is essential to cultivate an awareness of the present moment. When we direct our attention to the here and now, we can free ourselves from the cycle of fear-driven thinking. Presence grants us the ability to witness our thoughts and emotions from a place of detachment rather than allowing them to completely consume our sense of being. Instead of accepting fear as an undeniable truth, we can begin to see it as a mental construct, a product of our cognition rather than an absolute or external reality. One of the most effective ways to loosen fear's grip is to observe it without passing judgment. Many people, when experiencing fear, instinctively try to push it away, suppress it, or deny its existence. This resistance often strengthens the fear instead of diminishing it. A more productive approach is to acknowledge fear openly and accept its presence without letting it dictate our actions or mental state. When we take a step back and simply notice fear for what it is, without engaging with it emotionally, it begins to lose its intensity. This practice creates a mental and emotional space between ourselves and our fears, thereby diminishing their power over us. Another key aspect of overcoming fear is reducing the dominance of the ego. The ego feeds on fear because it maintains a belief that it must control everything to ensure survival and success. The problem is that the more we empower the ego, the more we give fear the authority to shape our perceptions and decisions. By recognizing that fear is often a projection rather than a reflection of reality, we can gradually lessen its influence. When we detach from the ego's need to control, we simultaneously release much of the fear that arises from uncertain or unknown circumstances. Developing a habit of mindfulness and presence can significantly aid in breaking free from the cycle of fear-based thinking. Mindfulness involves bringing our awareness fully to the present moment, whether through deep breathing, meditation, or engaging in activities that require our full attention. When we focus on what is happening right now, rather than dwelling on hypothetical future outcomes, fear begins to fade into the background. The present moment is often far less threatening than the imagined scenarios created by an anxious mind. Additionally, practicing gratitude can help reframe our perspective on fear. Fear is often rooted in a sense of lack or insecurity, concerns about what we don't have or what might be lost. By actively appreciating what we do have in the present, we shift our focus away from fear-driven thoughts and towards a more positive and grounded outlook. Gratitude encourages us to see the abundance in our lives rather than fixate on uncertainties and potential losses. Cultivating self-awareness is also a powerful tool in overcoming fear. When we develop the ability to recognize our habitual thought patterns and emotional reactions, we gain insight into how fear operates within us. This awareness empowers us to consciously choose how we respond to fearful thoughts rather than automatically reacting to them. Over time, this conscious engagement weakens the habitual grip of fear and replaces it with a sense of inner calm and stability. Ultimately, by understanding the roots of fear, practicing mindfulness, observing fear without judgment, and minimizing the ego's influence, we can move towards a life characterized by greater peace and emotional freedom. Fear does not have to dictate our experiences. Instead, we can reclaim control by staying present and approaching life with a sense of openness and awareness. Through consistent practice and self-reflection, we can break the cycle of fear-based thinking and embrace a state of balance and tranquility. May the inner peace that we cultivate today expand and guide us always. Until next time.